Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we are having another stream like video for you guys. This was weighing heavy on my heart, so hopefully this video resonate with whoever is sent this way. For one, my name is B Taylor TV, Brittany, and we talk about just chit chats, dating, life advice, life lessons, and trending topics. So let's go ahead and get into it. I just want to talk about the world of dating. I was really just sitting back today, reminiscing about when I was in the dating world and how it was, and just I made a previous video about wearing my heart on my sleeve and just always being hurt and being discouraged to date. Like, I'm just going to give a realistic point of view about the reality of dating is that you will be disappointed. You will be disappointed. You will be heartbroken. And you have to get to a place of being comfortable by being alone and letting go, which is very hard for a lot of people because we're dealing with a lot of unhealed trauma in our life. And I look back on my life and be like, man, why did I put up with this for so long? Or why did I allow myself to get treated this way? Why was I working so hard to make something that wasn't working work? And actually, I ran across this video, this short video by the Crew Season by Trill. And I'm just going to go ahead and play it because it resonates with me a lot. And I think a lot of women and men need to see this, but women specifically. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the stream. And we are going to take a look at what he's saying.
A relationship is typically a woman's idea, right? So a lot of men get dragged into relationships kicking and screaming. Most of y'all are giving us 98% of the benefits of being in a relationship before we actually get into it, right? Let's get that right. You agree?
Okay, I agree.
That's another thing y'all do wrong. But what I'm saying is this, right? Is that if I'm getting 98% of the benefits before I actually cuff you, most men are just going to ride that along, right? Until you decide to say, you know what? I'm tired of getting taken advantage of. I'm tired of giving you all of these benefits, and I'm not even getting to claim you on my social media, right? So you give a man an ultimatum, something like that, force that man into commitment. It's just like, damn. But you knew all along this man had been inconsistent. Because again, it's like I said earlier, let's just be honest. If y'all have 10 text conversations, you initiate 8 of them. The man is moving inconsistent. He's typically dealing with multiple women at a time. He's typically like not giving you the same effort that you're getting, and y'all still want to be in a relationship with this man. A relationship is typically a woman's idea, right? So a lot of men get dragged into a relationship.
Okay. All right. What he said was so valid and so important. And shout out to the Crew Season once again for putting that out there, because that really resonated with me, where I was like, wow, like, you know what? Like, I think this needs to be put out there on a broader spectrum and put on my platform, because I know there's a lot of women who are on my platform who is dating or going through heartbreak. And I'm just going to give myself as an example. When I was out dating and I was lost and misguided and unhealed and dealing with a lot of unhealed childhood trauma. So especially back in college, because I didn't really date like that in high school. Actually, I didn't date at all in high school. So when I did get to college, all of this was very new to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how it's supposed to be. I don't know how a guy's supposed to treat you. I only know what people say on social media. So when a guy would take interest in me, I would get excited, especially if I was interested back into him and he was my type and he was handsome, he was smart, he was educated, he had he had great vibes, right? So I would get so excited. You ever started talking to somebody and you met them and you exchange numbers and you guys start texting, and then you're telling your friends about this guy and how amazing he is, when really we don't know him, but we like the profile. We like what the resume is saying. We love what the resume, what he looks like on paper, right? So we're bragging to our friends. And then he takes us out on a date. And this date, you know what? It didn't matter what the signs were. You're already caught up in the moment that this man is interested into you and you are interested into him. And let's be honest, ladies, we have an ample amount of men who probably ask us out and they're not our type. Because we'll say like nobody's really DMing us, nobody's really messaging us like that. When really there are guys who are probably approaching you, but they're not your type, or they're like older men and like just not even you're not even interested into looking his way. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about a guy who is on the same level of frequency of you and what you're looking for. So we're already liking the resume. We're already liking how he looks and he comes in, he's smelling good, he's looking good. You're excited. You're excited as you should be, right? Then you sit down, you have dinner with him, you guys are talking, you hit it off, and you're just so caught up in the moment. And then you guys are texting every day, you're talking on the phone every day. And then a few weeks go by and you notice that he is all of a sudden being inconsistent. He's not texting you every day like you should. As he once was, he's not hitting you up. He's not telling you and sending you those good morning text messages that he used to send you. And now you are starting to feel this panic inside of your chest. You're starting to feel um, this pain of losing something, even if you didn't have it. Because remember, this man is not your man. He has not committed to you, but you've gotten so accustomed and so used to his consistency where you are now trying to figure out why he's inconsistent. And now it's hurting your feelings because you don't know why he's treating you the way you are. You don't know if it's something that you did. You feel like you're losing him. And the reality is, a lot of us women, we like to say, well, oh, he's just, busy, or he's tripping. I don't know. I'm so confused, right? Because women, we get confused when this happened. We're like, man, we're so confused of what happened. And the next thing you know, you guys are just like, he's sometime hitting you up. He stopped asking you out on a date and started asking to come over your house. And don't even get me started if you already slept with him by this time. And then he starts showing inconsistency. So you gave your body to this man, and now he's showing you inconsistency. And you are hoping and you're telling yourself, there's no way he's using me. There's no way he's just because, that's not how it started off. You're going to go back on how it was in the beginning when it was fresh, when it was new, when it was fun, when you guys were getting to know each other, where there was mystery and all of above, right? Now you're questioning, why are you in this situation? Let me tell you some hard facts. He's probably talking to another person. And I would hate when someone would tell me that. I would hate that because I'm like, what? Why? No, no. I'm giving him everything that he needs. And just like the video, Trill said in the video, is that we're giving so much of ourselves without commitment. He already know he got you. He know you're not going anywhere. He knows that he got you caught up where now something new has sparked his interest, something new and mysterious. This woman is now new and mysterious to him. So where did you go wrong? Because now you are in a situation where he's not talking to you anymore. He's inconsistent. And now you feel like I got to cut him off, right? So where did you go wrong? Where you went wrong is that the reality is dating is not this fairy tale that we were told when we were younger, that you get swept off your feet and the guy likes you and he's just all 100% into you, and that he's going to stay fighting for you and fighting for your love until you guys be together. You guys are a perfect match and there's nothing that's going to distract him, right? Well, we're not in that society anymore. We're in a new age in society where social media is everywhere, women are everywhere, thoughts are everywhere, and opportunity is everywhere. So nowadays, when you date, you have to have an open mind that you're not the only person that this person is dating. And yes, it sucks. And it doesn't mean that you're not special. It doesn't mean that you are boring. It doesn't mean that this person doesn't like you. It's just that the hard facts of dating is people are going to weigh out their options. That is why I wish I could go back and tell myself, Brittany, do not put your whole heart into this situation, no matter how good it looks, because this person has not committed to you. I don't care how consistent he is, he has not committed. Because that's the C's that we're mixing up. We're mixing up consistency with commitment. Just because he's consistent doesn't mean he's committed. And we have to stop playing ourselves. If you are somebody who has your heart on your sleeve and you catch feelings easily, because as women, we sit here and say, oh, I don't catch feelings easily, or he's mine, or he's mine. We can't claim something that hasn't claimed us. Because at the end of the day, men are in control of the relationship. They're the ones who's supposed to pursue you. They're the ones who's supposed to ask you out to be the girlfriend, because you cannot pressure a man into a relationship when he's not ready to be in the relationship. So guess what he's going to do? He's going to do him, because you basically forced his hand to be with him. Not of meeting his demands, but oh, well, you had sex with him, and obviously now you want to say, well, we can't. Well, if you want to keep having this and having sex with me, then you need to be in a relationship with me. So now he's going to be in a relationship with you just because he wants to keep continuing having sex with you, or he's just going to move on to the next one. But the thing is that we lose ourselves in dating, and this is my advice that I wish I would have gave myself a long time ago. First of all, before you even start dating, get a therapist. It's great to have a therapist. Surround yourself with people who care about you, and also start focusing on loving yourself as well. Because one thing you don't want to do is get out here and start dating without self-love, because it will destroy you. Society will destroy you. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that will destroy your perception of what dating is supposed to look like. Okay? There's so many opportunity out there. So start focusing on yourself. Start doing things that you love to do. What do you like to do? Do you like to journal? Do you like to paint? Do you like to work out? What hobby do you like? Do you like to go swimming? Do you like to do hair? Do you like to do YouTube videos? You can't expect someone to want to get to know you when you don't even know yourself. Because what are they getting to know? You have to be confident in what you bring to the table and what you love about yourself. Because if you don't love things about yourself, how is somebody else going to like them? So embrace your talent, embrace your goals, embrace the things that you are passionate about. If it's painting, if it's singing, if it's dancing, if it's whatever you can think of that you like to do on your spare time, and it makes you smile and put a smile on your face. And no, I'm not talking about sitting around watching TV and Netflix shows. I'm actually talking about active things to keep you preoccupied. Because guess what? When you start dating, you're going to need something to preoccupy yourself, so you won't be thinking about that person all day. Another thing, keep your egg basket full. I could not express that enough. I remember meeting a guy, being consistent. He would ask me, are you dating anybody? And I felt like, why do I owe someone that I just met so much loyalty? And us as women, we say that, like, no, I'm not talking to anybody. No, I'm not doing anything. And you start really liking this guy, and then you have an opportunity to talk to another guy. You may not be interested into him as you are into the guy you are currently talking to, but you don't give him your number. You don't talk to him because you are basically giving your loyalty to a guy who has not committed to you, or a woman who has not said yes to your proposal of being together and being committed. This can also go for men as well. I was someone who wore my heart on the sleeve, and I didn't start protecting my heart until I was tired of it being broken. Okay? And I kept getting caught up in my feelings. But the most important part is that you have to love on yourself more than you pour into other people. Stop trying to prove your self-worth to other people and prove it to yourself. So when you start going out there and dating, you know yourself. You know things about yourself. And then another thing is write down what you are looking for. I think my other mistake was that I didn't know what I wanted. A lot of people don't know what they want. They don't. So you need to write down, and not, oh, he got to make this much money, or, let's talk about principle. Let's talk about quality of their character. Let's talk about how they are with their family, how they are with their friends, if they're in the club every night. Like, if you start to date, I remember a guy wanted to take me out on a date, but all his social media feed was him in the club partying and at the strip club. That gave me discernment that obviously he's not ready to settle down. He's not looking for what I'm looking for. And that is okay too, because you're going to have a lot of men that come your way who is not looking for what you are looking for, but they'll pretend, but their lifestyle will definitely reflect, okay, if they are on the same frequency as you. So don't put your eggs in one basket. I think it's put your all your eggs in one basket. Separate it up. Date other people. You are not supposed to be loyal to anyone who has not committed to you. So if a guy has a problem with you dating other men, you don't have to tell him, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going on a date on Friday with this other guy." Be respectful. No one says be a biatch to him and say like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry, you can't take me out Friday night." Especially if this guy is showing you consistency and interest, and you're gonna sit here and play him in his face and say, "Oh, sorry, I have a date with another guy." That's not playing the game correctly. That's not playing the game at all. It's just being straight up rude. It's gonna turn him off from even being with you. No one is saying, say lie about it, but just say, "Hey, I'm busy doing other things," and leave it up to up to his mind. And if a guys would used to ask me when I was dating, they used to ask me like, "Are you dating?" And I'm like, I mean, does that matter? And I think where it gets mixed up is people sleep with each other during the dating phase. And I've made these mistakes in the past too. But as a grown woman who is now looking back on every lesson, who a grown woman who is now in a place of trying to heal and healing and recognizing my faults, is that these men are not deserving just because they are consistent. If that's how much and low you think of yourself, you should not be dating until you get that together. Because you should not be giving your body to somebody who has not committed to you. Because that's how you get your feelings hurt. That's how you get caught up. That's how you find yourself 6 months in wondering what happened and how you're still in the talking phase 6 months in. It doesn't take a man that long to know if he wants to be with you and take things at a next serious level with you. It doesn't take that long. And trust me, how do I know? Because I used to talk to guys back in the day, and I used to talk to them for weeks to 2 months to 3 months, only for them to back door and cuff up a girl that they just started talking to a month in. And I'll be like, "Well, why would you?" Because I'm like he said, you're giving 80% of yourself. So get, why, why would they need to do that? Why would they need to do that? I wasn't holding my standards high. Therefore, I wasn't being treated highly. So when you're getting caught up in society, highly sexualized world, and people are out here being sexual here, and you're here seeing all these things on the gram, seeing all the men flock after these women. It's all an illusion of society, but in the real dating world, you will not get respect that way. You should not be giving all of yourself and commitment and showing your self-worth to a man that has not committed to you. Dating is just that. Dating should be courting. You're going on dates. You're not at his house. He's not at your house spending the night. You guys are genuinely going to do things. What me and my boyfriend was doing, we was going out to brunch. We was going out to go-kart riding. We went out canoeing. We did active things together for nearly 2 months. Not even, like almost at that 2 month mark. And he asked me to be his girlfriend. And no, I was not sleeping with him. And he straight up told me that he got to really know me because sex did not block our like perception of each other. And he really got to know me and like me for me and not just sexually. because lust can be very confusing because you think you like that person, but it's really just the lust and the sex and the intimacy that you guys are giving one another with no commitment. And this is how women end up in situations being pregnant by deadbeats or being pregnant by a man, and also he flips on you and say, you better get rid of that baby, and I don't want to be with you. It was never like that. And now you're sitting up confused, like, what? I you was raw dogging me, you was doing this, and you was being consistent, and you was at my house every day, and you was texting me every day. But he's like, I ain't never make you my girl. He has no intentions of making you his girl. And men know when they meet you if they are going to make you their woman. And it's a hard pill to swallow because it's our ego, because we're like, I'm a good woman. Why am I not being chose? Because look, reality is we're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And I didn't like hearing that because it hurt my ego. It hurt my ego, and it hurt my inner child of rejection. It hurt my abandonment issues. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough. And it had nothing to do with any of that. There's billions of people on this world, and everyone that you run across is not going to be your cup of tea, and you're not going to be their cup of tea. But guess what? When you're fulfilling your own cup, you don't need other people to fill your cup to feel valid. Okay? So start doing things, start traveling with friends, start having fun, start taking yourself out, start treating yourself, and start building yourself within, where you don't have to go out in this dating world feeling broken and you're pouring your cup in each person you meet, and then you find yourself empty at the end of the day or by the end of the cycle of that relationship, because it's just nothing but a cycle you find yourself in. This was me. I was just in a loop. I was caught up in a loop. You meet that person, you like that person. Well, you meet that person, you date that person, you like that person. You catch feelings, you get your heart broken. Repeat. Just repeating this cycle over and over and over again until you burn yourself out, where you're like, F love, I'm going to start doing the things that the world does. I'm going to start getting on my hot girl thing. I'm going to start being a city girl because I'm so tired of being played. I'm so tired of being played. Or you're someone who's just tired of being alone. But you won't be tired of being alone when you start doing the things that you love and surrounding yourself with family and friends, and doing things with those people who actually care about you. That's what's important, is building a safe foundation around you to have when you do fall on those hard times. Because guess what? When I was dating, and I was dating a guy, and I was giving my all to him, and he seemed like he was giving his all to me, but he was also dating other people. And when I got mad about it and went off about it, it's like I really had to come to the conclusion that I can't be mad about somebody who's not committed to me. He's not my man. Okay. I remember having a woman call me about a guy. She literally called me and was like, who are you? And I was like, who are you? Like, are you his girlfriend or something? She's like, no, we just been talking. So why are you calling me? Why are you calling me? You know what? Because you shouldn't be sleeping with that person. You wouldn't have your feelings so caught up if you were sleeping with that person. But she was sleeping with him. Therefore, she's like, I'm sharing my body with him. He needs to let me know who he's talking to and messing with. He needs to let me know who he's sleeping with, because now I'm not safe. But you were never safe because he did not commit to you and let you know that you are going to be the only person. So he doesn't owe you any loyalty. He can lie to you because he's not committed to you. So that's up to you to start standing up for yourself, because if you don't stand up for yourself, no one in this world will. And I had to realize that nobody was going to come and save me. I had to save myself before I self-destruct. So if you are someone who's out there dating and finding yourself disappointed, and you're talking to this guy 6 months to a year in and nothing has happened. I remember talking to a woman And she was so caught up in her feelings about a guy, and she wasted 3 years of her life. 3 years, and he would not make her anything other than his boo. What is that supposed to mean? We're grown. What is a boo? I'm not your woman. I'm not somebody you're talking about marriage with, and we're spending 3 years together and we're still in the talking phase. You can't even call him your man. You can't post him on social media. You can't show him off. You bring him around your family, and everybody's like, oh, is this your boyfriend? No, it's just a guy I'm talking to, What? And then you find out he's taking a whole nother girl on a trip. He doesn't know you loyalty. He's dating, because that's the reality of dating. Dating is just that, dating other people. Unless you meet a man that says, I am courting you, which is very different from dating. There's no kissing. It's just you and that person building a friendship, a genuine friendship. That is how my sister got married, is that she built a genuine friendship with her husband. Long lasting marriages are people who are friends with each other, not people who are getting together because it looks good, not people who's getting together because they have so much lust for each other and so much intimacy and so much passion and so much, passion. That's the only way I can say it like that. They're not getting together because of that. They're getting together because they're genuinely friends. And that's how long lasting relationships work. And I had to learn that over the years. So, how do you avoid this cycle? How do you get out of this cycle? 1, heal yourself before you start dating. 2, work on your outer and inner appearance. 3, spend time with yourself. Be okay with being alone. Be okay with being alone. Because if you don't like being alone in your own presence, how is somebody else supposed to enjoy it? I think I'm on 4. 4, do things that you love. Get active, get busy in doing things that you love. 5, don't put all your eggs in one basket. 6, trying to think of 6. 6 would be, don't give your body to somebody that has not committed to you. 7, don't get too caught up. And 8, cut them off when the time has come for you to cut them off. Don't be scared to ask a man, where are we going with this? And what are your intentions in dating me? Because that was something that I asked my boyfriend to. He says that to this day. Like, when he asked my number, I said, what are your intentions to do with my number? It was like, well, to get to know you. I want to get to know you. I want to take you out. I want to get to know who you are. And then after he got to know who I am, he loved it. He loved it. And he, really got to know me, and we had fun together and we did things together. And we eventually end up being together. He asked me, because girl, I do not believe in talking to a person and dating a person longer than 3 months. It does not take a man longer than 3 months. And that's a grace period to give it 3 months, because really it's only 2 months. It only takes 3 months for a man to make you his official girlfriend, for him to post you on social media, for him to let the world know you are his woman, and that he's not afraid to bring you around his family. He's not afraid to bring you around his friends. He comes out and see you in public. He is committed to you, and he lets it be known that you are the one that he is focused on, because you are potentially the person that he wants to marry one day. So, and then you continue going into relationship phase. And that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day, because there's lessons I had to learn out of that too. But I'm talking about dating and what you can do while dating and protecting yourself. I'm telling you now, if you do not follow these rules, you are going to find yourself back in this loophole and cycle until you burn yourself out and find yourself back on this video listening to these ideas and advice. So if you know anyone, a young woman who needs help in the dating world, send her this video because I had to learn the hard way. And I don't want you to have to learn the hard way because some people, it breaks you. It makes you depressed. It makes you sad. It makes you, it affects your self esteem and your self worth. So if you find yourself in this cycle and this loophole, try to take my advice. What's the worst that can come out of it? You tell a guy, hey, where are we going? Oh, I'm just going with the flow, or I'm just chilling right now. I'm not trying to rush into anything. Okay, cool. Go on to the next guy that is showing you interest. And if there is no next guy that's showing you interest, that's when you show yourself that interest and start really going ham on the things that you love. Then he's gonna be like, dang, why is she so busy? Why is she making time for me? Dang, I feel like I'm about to lose her. Let me step my game up. Let me, because men like to compete. Men like to compete for what they want. And if he's not competing for you, he never wanted you. And it has nothing to do with you being a good woman. You're just not what he was looking for. Don't be that man placeholder. Stop being his placeholder. Because as long as you allow a man, he will. So stop being his placeholder, because I was a placeholder at one point, and then he went off and got a girlfriend a few weeks later. And I'm like, dang, we was talking for like nearly 2 months, and then you met this girl for like less than 3 weeks, and she's already your girlfriend, because that's what he was looking for. And it has nothing to do with what I wasn't doing. I just wasn't what he wanted. And I'm okay with that now. Back then, you couldn't tell me that, because I'd be like, what? She not even that. She not even, it don't matter about that. That has nothing to do with me and my self-worth. What's for me will always be for me. Sometimes you have to let things go so it can come back to you. And if it doesn't come back to you, it was never for you. And I'm a strong believer in that with anything that I do in life, whether it's a job, whether it's an opportunity. If I didn't get it, it was not for me, because something better is in store. And you have to have faith and believe in that, and cut off things that no longer serve you, especially in the dating phase. So hopefully this video has helped. Did you find yourself in situations where you're in this loophole and you're trying to get out of it? Are you currently talking to anyone longer than 3 months and they have yet to make you their girlfriend, or, they stopped taking you out on dates? Have you experienced this? And what advice would you give women? Did you like the advice that I have given? If you can add on to the advice, go ahead and comment below, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that, so I can get back into the algorithm. That'll let me know that you like content like this. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel for more content and videos. I'm going to be trying to pump out as much as I can for you guys. Thank you for watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. If you have any video ideas or any reaction videos you want me to react to, go ahead and send them in either my email or my Instagram I was going to say Instagram channel, Instagram profile, whatever it's called. You could just message me. Thank you guys so much, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye.